All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're taking a look at this 2022 Chevy Silverado 3500 HD. I'm talking tires. The reason we're talking tires today is, I mentioned this in a previous video and I'll link that down below, but when I took delivery of this truck, it came with these tires, these Michelin, they're the LTX AT tire, they're like an all-terrain tire. And I ordered this Midnight Edition thinking that I was going to get a more aggressive tread pattern, like this, more of like a mud terrain looking tire. Because on the 2500 platform, the Silverado 2500, if you order the Midnight Edition, you get a more aggressive tire. And so, needless to say, I wasn't expecting that. It's not that they're bad tires. They're actually probably really good tires. They perform really good. I only have 80 miles on the truck, so I haven't driven it that much, but highway noise is very minimal. I'm sure they're going to be very comfortable. They're an 18-inch, so it's got a lot of sidewall to really work with. But I want to talk about a potential replacement tire and kind of get your thoughts, and because I'm thinking about going a little bit bigger in the tire on the stock rims. Let's get into it. Guys, so this is the Michelin LTX AT tire, and the factory size this comes with, so it's an 18-inch tire. It's 275/70/18. 275/70/18. Now, if I look up on the Michelin website to see what the spec is on that tire, it's actually a 33.2 inch diameter tire. So it's just slightly over 33 inches in diameter. One thing I think is extremely interesting and that's really got me thinking is on my 2021, I had a 2021 Silverado 2500 HD. It was the custom trim. Now the custom trim comes automatically with a 20-inch wheel, and that 20-inch wheel, the size was a 275/65/20. Yeah, 275/65/20, and it was a Goodyear Trail Runner tire, which actually was a pretty good looking tire. It had a little more aggressive looking tread. The sidewall had some tread blocks on it that made it look a little more aggressive of a tire. This one doesn't look aggressive at all. It looks more like a highway tire, which that's really all this is going to be driven on, is the highways, streets, and things like that. Very little off-road, so this would probably be a great tire, but I really like a little more aggressive looking tire to this. The fact these are still new, I could still probably get thinking maybe $800 if I sold these tires. But what I'm thinking about doing is replacing it. But the reason I mentioned that the Silverado 2500 that I had, that had the 275/65/20 Goodyear Trail Runner tires, is that tire from the factory. If I look on the Goodyear website, it is actually a 34.1 inch diameter tire, so it's almost a full inch taller than this tire here. It's the same body, similar suspension setup, same rims. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting to think that if you get the 20-inch rims on the 2500 platform, it comes with a slightly taller, almost a full inch in diameter tire, and this one's a 33.2. You get a 34.1. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting a new tire size for this, and I want to see what you guys' thoughts are to see if it'll work, because the big concern is it going to clear this? Is it going to clear this upper control arm? Because there's a little bit of, I don't know, there's probably 1.5 inches maybe of clearance between the control arm and the sidewall of the tire. Here's the size that I'm looking at. Here's the tire that I'm looking at, and I'd like to see if anyone else has done this with their truck. So this is 275/70/18. The size I'm looking at is going a little bit bigger on the first number, the 285/70/18. So it's a little bit wider, but it's also a 33.9. It's 33.9 inches in diameter. So it's still a little bit shorter in diameter than the factory ones I had on my 2500. I'm also curious to know if anyone's gotten the 20-inch wheels on their 3500. Do they use a 34-inch tire on the 20-inch wheels? I'm curious to know that. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys know that, or if they're using just about a 33-inch tire like this one is. So it just seems weird that there's almost a full inch diameter difference between 18s and 20-inch tires that GM is using on their trucks. I like the 18-inch wheel. I would like to have a little taller tire. I think it'd really fill out this wheel well a little better. And the tire that I'm looking at getting, so the 285/70/18, I'm looking at the Nitto Ridge Grappler tires. Nitto Ridge Grapplers. They have a really cool looking tread pattern. They've got blocks on the sidewall that really make it aggressive looking, but it's still a good all-terrain tire. It's a kind of a hybrid tire, and I think that would look awesome on this. I'm just wondering if the 285 is too wide. This is an 8-inch rim in width. That's still an approved size. You could do 7.5 to 9.5 or 10 almost on that 285 tire. So it's not like the rim will fit fine. I'm just wondering on the if there'd be any rubbing on this upper control arm, and then if there'd be any rubbing throughout here. I don't think there would be. I don't think there'd be any rubbing because in other sizes they're coming with a 34-inch tire. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Guys, leave down in the comments below if you guys think that's a good idea, if that would, what you guys think, if you guys have had the Ridge Grappler before, if you think it's a good tire. I think it looks a lot more aggressive. I think it'd look really good on this truck. But I'd like to get some feedback. And based on that, we might go order a set of those and swap it out with these, because these are still a great tire. They've only got 80 miles on them so far. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned for more updates on this tire modification that I'm looking at doing. And hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.